Hi, welcome to another fun tutorial. I am going to do a shortened version of the color management, toning, and image size tutorial. I did a 4-part tutorial and it's rather long, and I know time is of the essence for some people, especially in a production environment. But if you want further explanation or details or to step through things slowly, look at my 4-part series that I have on color toning and effective image resolution and how to handle images for newsprint reproduction. I'm going to step through this real quick, so bear with me. This will be less than 5-minute tutorial, and I won't put much explanation to it. If you want explanation, please see the other 4-part tutorial on toning and color management for newsprint. First, we're in RGB color mode, as you can see. Immediately, first thing I want to do is get out of RGB color mode, because that doesn't work for newspaper printing. Image size, we want to get to 200 resolution pixels per inch, and I am not going to be using something that's 16.2 inches by 21.6. This particular image is going to be 4.5 inches wide, and get back down to 200, and we went from a 53.4 megabyte file to a 4.12 megabyte file. Okay, so now that our image size is correct, which is very important, and we're in the CMYK color mode, we want to assign a profile. So let's go ahead and assign a Snap 200 profile, and it didn't do much. It darkened it. You could see that there are some areas where the dot gain is going to impact it pretty greatly, so we are going to have to adjust for that. A quick way that served me well over a long time for adjusting for newsprint is going under levels, and you can see all the weight is in our 3/4 tone and shadow detail, but it's a night photo, so you don't want to take much out. Some of this stuff's relative, and you handle it as the photo dictates, but I will move the slider, in this case, over to where I get some detail. I want the night to be there, but you can see I want to suck some weight out of where that dot gain was originally in here. I want to bring some detail back into the trees without taking all the detail out. So I will pull that over and try and balance the weight out for this picture. Then I will go into curves and get a nice S curve going and try and bring some of the depth back that I lost. And as you can see, that just already started to dig into some of the detail in those trees. That's kind of going to be my focus, the detail of the trees and this little thing here. I still want a nice dark sky. And then what I'm going to do is like a little pre-sharpened thing where I just pump the brightness and contrast ever so slightly. Yeah, this technique that I use is kind of destructive, but you know what? This is newsprint. It's going to be printed on a real lightweight paper, and you need a lot of contrast, and you kind of need to be destructive. This isn't going to be on a heat set press. This isn't photographic print. And the only thing that I could advise you to do is save this as a duplicate image by doing save as, and don't harm your original. Do not overwrite your original so that you can go back to it and use it for many other things. And then the last thing we're going to do is filter, sharpen, unsharp mask, and I suggest between 150 and 200 here, and we'll push the envelope near 200. Radius between 1.5 and 2.5, and threshold between 8 and 12, and we'll go with 8. So there we have it, and then you would save out at this point, and you could use this for newsprint reproduction. And if I were to go back and look at the history, it went from being dark, muddy, plugged up, to bright, lots of color, and these greens will come out really well in newsprint printing. And then real quick, you can go view, proof setup, custom, and you can see I'm in a Snap 200 profile, and I can apply the paper color, and as you can see, that paper color desaturates it like a newsprint would, but all my detail shining through, which is exactly what I want. And you want your monitor calibrated and your white point set so that you could trust your monitor a little bit. But if I go assign profile, it's flat and losing detail, and that sharpness is going to bring that detail out in these little palms and this dinosaur. So anyway, that is the rundown on a real quick way to adjust toning and get to where you need to be in order for your images to look pretty good in Newsprint. Yeah, it looks bad on screen, but trust me on this, it will reproduce pretty good in Newsprint format. I advise you to check out some of my other tutorials on newsprint reproduction and some of my toning, color management, effective resolution. I've done many other tutorials to help guide you in the world of newsprint design and how to get the most out of your images and what not to do and some things to do for as far as newsprint reproduction. Thank you for joining me, and I hope that you find this useful. Thank you.